Hello everyone, it's Rebecca from Chloe's Creative Cards, and today I'm going to show you how to make this lovely pastel-y floral birthday card. So to get started, I have got a 8x8 white card blank, and I've taken a piece of silver mirror card and I've trimmed that to 7 3/4 inches. I'm just going to apply some Floral all-purpose glue to the back of this, and I'm going to stick that straight onto my card blank. Like so. Okay, then I've taken a piece of Aquamarine pearl card and I've trimmed this to 7 1/2 inches square. I'm just going to grab some scrap paper and then we're going to edge this with some glue using our chisel tip glue pen. So butt up to the edge and drag towards you. Oh. Like so. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in my Crystal Crush Sparkelicious glitter and I'm going to dunk that in all the way around. And you can see there that I've gone a little bit off track with my chisel tip glue pen. What you can do if that happens is you can grab a piece of scrap card. So I'll just grab a little piece of scrap card and I'm just going to make that a little bit smaller. And I'm just going to use the edge and I'm just going to scrape that away. Like so. And then we'll just tap off the excess. And again, if you need to, you can go back in and it just tidies up that edge. For us, we're going to stick this to the card and there's going to be another piece on top, so it doesn't really matter. But that's one way you can kind of clean up your edges if need be. Okay, so I'm going to turn that over and I'm going to apply some foam pads to the back. Like so. Okay, and we'll just peel the backs off all of those. And then I'll bring in my card again and we'll stick that on. Like so. Okay, I've then taken a piece of patterned paper. This one's from the Floral and Frames Flutters paper pad. So I'll just apply some Floral all-purpose to the back of that and then stick that down. Okay, then taking a piece of white card, trimmed that a bit smaller, and again we're going to edge that with Crystal Crush Sparkelicious glitter. So I'm just applying the glue using a chisel tip glue pen. And then I'll dunk that into my glitter. Like so. Okay. And again, I'm going to apply some foam pads to the back of there. Peel off the backs. And then stick that onto my card. Taking another piece of patterned paper from the same paper pad. So I'm just going to apply some Floral all-purpose to the back. And again, stick that one onto there. So, okay, I'm then going to cut out our floral panel from some crystal white pearl card. So I'm just going to move that out of the way, bring in my Gemini plates. So I've got my base plate, my plastic shim, my metal shim. Then I'm going to stick this onto here using some low tack tape so it doesn't move in my machine. Like so. And I'm going to flip that over and pop on my clear cutting plate. I'm going to run that through my Gemini machine. Wait for that to pop out the other side. I'm just going to rotate that 90 degrees and I'm going to run that through again. So with it being an intricate die, sometimes it just needs a couple of passes just to get right into those sections. Okay, and then you can see I've got that lovely floral panel. Just move those out of the way. Okay, I'm just going to grab my pokey tool to release that from the die. And see, and carefully pull that away. Okay, then the bits just need pushing through, so you can see how they're just all popping out like so. Some just need a little bit of help just at the back. There we go. See, all those pieces are just releasing quite easily, just need a bit of help pushing through. Okay, so I've already got one cut that's got all of the pieces released, so I'll use that one, then it saves a bit of time. Okay, so then what I've done is I've cut a piece of aquamarine pearl card just slightly bigger than the panel. And I've cut a piece of double-sided adhesive sheet to the same size as the aquamarine one. Okay, so I'm just going to peel that off carefully. I'm just going to stick that, I do apologise if my head gets in the way, to the edge. And I'm just going to, see if I can peel that back. There we go. Just carefully smooth that over. Like so. Okay. I'm just going to bring in my trimmer just to trim those pieces off. Like so. Okay, I've got that adhesive sheet on there, so I'm just going to peel that away. Try and find a corner, there we go. Just going to peel that away and I'm going to stick our panel onto there. So sometimes I use the backing just to kind of smooth over it, so I'm not putting my fingers into the sticky. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in my Crystal Crush Sparkelicious glitter again, and I'm going to dunk it into here, like so. And then we've got that lovely glittered piece. I then cut another piece of white card and I'm going to edge that. So I'll just bring in my paper again and my chisel tip glue pen and we'll just edge down there. As you can tell, this card is going to be super sparkly by the end. Okay, and we'll just dunk that in there like so. And then we're going to start sticking them onto the cards. So I'm going to take this piece, I'm going to apply some foam pads to the back. Peel off the backs. And stick that into the centre. And then I'm going to apply some foam pads to the back of our floral panel as well. and we'll stick that one on there. Okay, then what we're going to do for the flowers is I've taken a piece of Aquamarine Washers Vellum, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold this over. So I'm just going to fold it there, and I'm going to fold it there. And then I have taken the largest plain elegant flower and the medium plain elegant flower. I'm just going to position those onto there, and then I'm going to tape them into place. By folding the vellum, this then means it'll cut out 3 at once instead of having to cut them out individually. Because the vellum's quite thin, then it means you can do this. So it's a little bit quicker. So I'm just going to turn that over and feed that through my Gemini. Okay, and then you can see how they just peel out of there. You can see we've got 3 beautiful flowers all cut out. And then 3 of the medium ones as well. Now I've previously cut 3 medium ones because we need 6 of those. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to create a valley fold down the petals. I like to turn them over and kind of create it as a mountain from the back. I just find that way a little bit easier. I'm going to go around and do that to all of the flowers. Like so. All of the medium ones done, and then just the 3 large, exactly the same. Okay, then I'm going to bring in my Art Glitter Dries Clear Glue. I'm just going to add a blob to the centre and then stick in the next one. I'm just going to hold that for a few seconds. So while I'm doing that, I'll put a blob in the medium one and again stick into the centre. Just like to hold them for a second just so that they grab, like so. Then pop another blob into the centre. I'm just going to pull the petals up a little bit on this one. And again, stick that into the centre. Blob of glue into there. And stick that into the centre. Blob of glue into there. Pull the petals up a little bit and stick that into the centre. I'm going to put a blob of glue into the centre of that one. Fold up the petals a little bit and stick into the centre. So then you can see we've created 3 beautiful delicate blooms. Okay, then what I've done is I've cut out 3 stamens from our stamen die, just out of white card. So I'm just going to pull those up and I'm going to put a blob of glue into the centre of the flower and stick that into there. Blob of glue into each of these ones. Just pull all those little pieces up and stick that into the centre. Pull all of those pieces up and stick that one into the centre. Okay, then I'm just going to bring in some 3D glue gel. And I'm going to take 3 of our 10mm sparklers. And I'm just going to add a little blob of 3D glue onto the back of those and stick those into the middle. Last one. And you can see we've got those beautiful flowers ready to go onto our card. Okay, so I'm just going to move those to the side for now. And then I've taken some of our foiled acetate. So I've just taken a couple of leaves here to show you what to do, because I've already pre-glittered some so they're all dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply some of the Dry's Clear Glue to the back, like so. And to the other one. And then I'm going to bring in my Crystal Crush Sparkelicious again, and I'm just going to carefully cover that in glitter. And then if you just leave those, you can see from this side that it looks very white, but obviously when that dries, the glitter then shines through. So I've already done some to show you. I'll bring in my leaves so you can see that we've got that lovely sparkly glitter shining through on those leaves. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my card again, and I'm going to start to stick the flowers and the leaves on. So I'm going to take my largest flower, add a blob of glue to the black and stick that into the corner. I'm going to take some of the leaves and start tucking those in behind. So just add in a blob of glue to the back of each, tucking them in. And the great thing is with 3D glue gel, and if it's not in the correct position, not where you want it, you can always pull it out and try again until you get it in the right place. Okay, I'm going to add a blob of glue to the smaller ones and stick those in the other corner. See, I'm going to change that leaf. I'm going to put that one up there, and I'm going to put that one down here. Blob of glue, tuck that in. Of glue and tuck that one in. You can see how that card's really starting to come together. Okay, so next what we're going to do is I'm going to bring in a little piece of crystal white pearl card. Get rid of that paper. And I'm going to bring in anti-static bag. I'm just going to lightly dust over that. And I've got my Wow Clear Embossing ink, and I've taken one of the stamps from the Sentiment Builder, the Relative Builder stamp, sorry. And this one says Far Lovely. So I'm just going to dunk that into there, and I'm going to stamp that onto my piece. I'm going to bring in the scrap paper again, and I'm going to emboss that using Polished Silver Superfine Wow Powder. I'm just going to sprinkle that over. There we go. Sprinkle that back into the pot. And then I'm just going to heat that up using my heat gun. Like so. Okay, I'm just going to bring in my paper trimmer again, and I'm just going to trim around this. Like so. then we're going to stick that onto my card using some foam pads. I'll just grab my scissors and I'm just going to cut that in half and stick that onto the back. Peel off the backs, and then we're going to stick that into the centre. There we go. Okay, then we're going to make this card for Mam. Okay, that's what I call my Mam. Here up in the northeast is what we tend to call Mam's mums up here. Okay, so I'm going to run that through my die cutting machine. So I'm just going to cut that outer layer from some Aquamarine pearl card. There we go. And then I'm going to cut the finer layer from some crystal white. Okay, now I'll just use my pokey tool to poke that layer out. And see, we've got that beautiful fine Mam. Okay, just going to add some tiny little dots of Dry's Clear Glue to the back, like so. I'm just going to lay that on the top and carefully press it into position, like so. Okay, and flip that over, and I'm going to take a foam pad. I'm just going to trim to fit. Like so. A little bit more. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a double layer of foam pads. So I want this to stand out a little bit more than the For My Lovely part. So I'm just going to stick a second layer over there, like so, just to build it up that little bit more. Bring in my card again. I'm just going to make sure I've peeled off all the backs, and then I'm going to stick that into the centre. 3 dots in the opposite corners, and then I'm going to bring in that Leafy lace bling box, the pearl box, and I'm just going to add 3 little aqua pearls to those 2 corners just to finish my card. Oh. And that would then be your finished card. I think it's a beautiful summery floral card for that someone special. Hope you've enjoyed watching today. As always, all the products will be linked in the description below. Thanks, bye.